2, 3. Is it working? Until I can see myself. Whoa! I see myself. Can I hear myself? Oh, I'm getting attacked by... I'm checking things for 2 seconds and I get attacked by crabs. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. It's like 2 seconds. I was like, oh, I'm going to get ready. This is going to be so great. I'm going to log in. We're going to start streaming. And then, boom, crabs. Just terrifying crabs. Hello, world. Hi, how are you? I am doing well. It's a weird way to introduce things. This is Heather Alexandra, your content and community manager. I can't talk today. My goodness. This is like the one thing I have to do today. Well, not the one, but the biggest thing. We've had other meetings and stuff. This is Heather Alexandra, your content and community manager here at Double Fine, and we are back with more Psychonauts. We're about to go into Lungfishopolis. I will eventually have some guests who join me, I believe. Let me check one thing. Let me go off the screen for a minute. Whoa, mysterious. The screen's gonna freeze, but yes, I am all set up. Everything ready to go for when our guests show up. We're gonna do mostly Lungfishopolis and Milkman today, although in between Lungfishopolis and Milkman, I realized I went, oh, you know what I did not do off stream, but will give us time to just chill, is I need to collect arrowheads for the cobweb duster. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Which means I will need to buy the dowsing rod and then run around camp for a little bit to get a ton of arrowheads, because I forgot that. I was like, what am I gonna need for this stream? And I was like, oh no, cobweb duster. But yes, now we are in Lungfishopolis, which has my favorite. I just love it. I'm a huge fan of lungfish. You can also, like, there's weird stuff you can do. I like doing that, like on the building edges and stuff. I don't know. I think it's funny. I find it very entertaining. We are rank 22. Eventually we will get invisibility at 30, I believe, but we gotta come up here. Oh. Just gotta grab as much stuff as we can. I saw somebody who was like, oh. I know, they were like, I feel like Lungfishopolis is slow, but, and maybe that's true, but I'm also like, yeah, but then you also get to bash buildings and also goggle lore. It's my favorite thing in the world. Funniest thing in the world to me.
Oh geez, I'm sorry. Don't worry. Every member of the resistance is prepared to die fighting the tyranny of Kochamara. What's Kochamara? He's a giant monster.
Someone says, hope Psychonauts 2 comes out soon. It is coming out this year.
That stinks.
Be exciting.
So, hey, have you seen any other humans around here?
I'm very excited for it. And people will sneak in. Our guests will sneak in when they can. But for now, the start of the stream is very, very relaxing, very chill.
I only meant that she is your friend who was a girl, Goggalor. To access the archives, we must first destroy the broadcast tower Kochamara.
Listen to Steve Bloom killing it.
Check. I'll go smash that then. Wait, Goggalor. In order to reach the tower, you'll need to.
The thing I like about Lungfishopolis is that for a while, I think this game is like relatively normal. You're going through people's brains and you're like, I get it. And then you're here. Freedom!
Now, how about getting me past those gates?
Super good.
Right. We stole the shield power module from Kochamara. It's too big for any of us to operate, but it should work for you.
Goggalore, Kochamara. It's very good. This will be useful. This will help us later.
Hey, is this gonna upset Kochamara and all your little brainwashed neighbors?
No!
I doubt it.
Oh no, the puppy orphanage!
So, knocking down the prison and then breaking this
The voice acting in this game is one of the things I really enjoy. It's like, even the small bit characters, like right here. Right? It's very, very fun. And I'm not saying that because Tim or whoever technically pays my checks. I don't know if that's true. Is that how checks work? I just think this is a funny game.
These were some of my favorite voices too.
Whoa! That sounds like Malena.
It is. Hi.
Hello, Malena. I'm very glad to have you here again. Malena, for those of people who are... oh, I just squished someone. For people at home who do not know who you are or who didn't tune in to the last stream, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Malena, and I'm a producer here at Double Fine, and I mostly focus on voice and localization. So I joined the company towards, I don't know, last 10 months or so of Psychonauts 1, and just dove into all things voice and localization.
I am stuck in this wall thing. There we go. I had to go into a menu or else I was stuck there running perpetually. Sorry, programmers. I found something resembling a glitch, which is never good. But Malena, you snuck in here just in time for maybe some of the best silly voice acting stuff and localization stuff, probably, right?
Yeah, so this stuff had been recorded by the time I had started, but you know, I had to go through and like listen to everything. To, as I said last week, there was just a big mess of, you know, pro and scratch all mixed in together, and you know, because everyone else was just so busy just making the game, no one was really thinking about how to organize all of the voice.
Right.
So, you know, I said, you know, there was no file naming convention, so like I was finding things like, you know, we used 2 letters to denote Raz's name, R-A, but that was also used for the rainbow squirts. So I felt like you should be able to look at a wave file and know who
it was.
So I did things like, you know, clean up a lot of that stuff, and I just remember laughing at listening to all of these things, and I hadn't had a chance to really play this level yet. And then when I played it and heard it in context, I mean, there's just layers of enjoyment that happen with my job.
Did
you?
you?
I get the, go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you know what you were getting into at all?
Yeah, I've known Tim for a long time.
Okay.
I did overlap at LucasArts a little bit, and yeah, I used to go to Double Fine parties before I started.
Because the alternate version of that is they're like, okay, we need you to like sort out our stuff, maybe listen to a couple of the files, that'd be nice, and then you just have to listen to this suddenly, which I think would be very funny.
Oh, it was great, and for, you know, Milkman, for example, like that level, I mean, folks were working on it, but it wasn't really in a playable state, or at least I didn't have the time to play it. So,
yeah.
You know, I got Tim's writing first, and so I would read the writing only having various concept art images in my head. So, you know, sort of getting a sense of what I wanted, you know, what I thought the level would be, and just laughing my ass off, just reading the text from Tim. And then we go into the studio and we get the files back, and then just laughing all over again, listening to Steve Bloom do the G-Man. And I think I listened to those files in the middle of the night. It may have been 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. It didn't feel like a hardship. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah, of course. Even though you're up at 3 doing what's probably technically work.
Yeah.
There is a lot of...
Yeah.
Just small stuff here. Goggalore on drugs? I'm like, maybe.
Yeah. I love this level. This is one of my favorites.
It might actually be my favorite. Everybody, I think people gravitate? What? Gravitate or levitate to Milkman or maybe like Black Velvetopia because they're so distinct, but this is like, I think this is just the funniest stuff in the world, like in my heart of hearts. I also like giant monster movies. I like kaiju.
Me too.
I should probably use my shield. I'm mistiming it. I'm a dummy. I'm terrible. I get so nervous when I stream, Malena. I get so nervous.
You're fine.
Especially because I have to be like... Especially when Tim's around. Don't tell Tim. But he's like... I'm good at games, I swear. This is very good. I guess then... So, you're sorting through all this voice stuff. You're doing localization and stuff. How's that second part get handled in terms of taking something... Because I feel like there's some stuff in this game that feels very distinct, including goggalore or some of the euphemisms that characters use. How is that... How are those lines then handled or like looked at in terms of handing them over to different languages or things like that?
Well, we do a lot of work up front to provide, so we've been working with the same group of translators for, ever since this project. And while the translators themselves may change, it's been the same group, and we've just honed our process over the years. The translators ask tons of questions. I mean, I get questions every single day. What does this mean? Can you explain the context here? Because they, of course, don't have any concept art. They don't. I mean, in the case of this game of Psychonauts 2, they'll have Psychonauts 1 to rely on.
Right.
But for most of our games, they have zero context. And so, I do things like, for stacking DLC, which was very much, it leaned heavily on hobo speak from the 1940s.
Yes.
It was explaining a lot of what that context was and providing reference to them so that even if they didn't have a similar thing, like in their kind of world, in their culture, that they can find ways to map that onto something that would be identifiable or would, in the case of stacking, come off as old-timey.
Yes.
And so we do a lot up front just to try to get as much context so that the translations are handled, that it comes back and it's in a good state. And I'm always encouraging them to try to preserve the humor, and if it means going off script, that's fine, because to me it's about preserving that humor and giving folks a cultural touch point that they can relate to.
Was there ever something, I guess the follow-up question to that is, was there ever something where even giving context, it was strange enough that there was
Yes.
Yeah, no way to like that. Even giving context that like you couldn't even give context, right?
Yeah.
Just a lot of people being like, we don't understand what this is, because I feel like that is a thing that would potentially happen for sure.
Yeah. I'll go back to stacking. I love working on Lee Petty games. I love them. Lee Petty made a reference to a Dutch oven, and the translators didn't understand why that was funny.
Oh.
And so I had to explain what a Dutch oven was. So sometimes you're trying, I don't know, like that one, that was a lot of like writing and deleting and editing, and finally in the end I was like, forget it.
I mean, like,
right out and say it.
I mean, there's definitely sometimes where I bet you say that and they go, oh, what, we do have a term for that. Like, you just have to break it down.
Totally will. Exactly. Yeah. And so it's just not being afraid to, I guess, if we're relying on some double entendre, you have to fully explain that so that they can make that
Yes.
in their language.
Oh boy, there was so many tanks there. They scared me. Some people are like, y'all making a sequel? The answer is yes. I hope some folks there know that. Yeah, I hear the weird audio too. There's like a thing that's making noise. Did other people hear it?
Is it
Yeah.
me?
No, I think it's from the game. I think
I
it.
just wanted to take this moment to just say hello.
Whoa,
This is-
that sounds
this
like
is
Anna. Anna
It's
Kipnis.
Anna.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
We were talking about silliness.
Yeah, I was overhearing like the translator notes, like how to capture the humor. Yeah, sometimes you just have to like explain the joke and then let the translator do their magic.
Yeah, you kind of have to trust them to take care of it.
Exactly.
He's the only pilot the Resistance has. Meet us at the dam
I just don't know where some of these ideas come from, quite frankly. That's the thing, where I think of localization. I go, at some point, the questions must mount up. They really
Well,
must.
sometimes I have to ask Tim too. I'm like, really, what do you mean? And then he'll tell me a crazy
Yeah,
story.
that's a fair point. Yeah.
And then how do you distill, some wild story from Tim something that happened to him 20 years ago? How do you distill that into one sentence?
Can you think of something that was like a big thing that you had to go to Tim and be like, I don't know what you are talking about here? Like at all? Is there one that sticks out in your mind at all?
Yeah, and you'll have to ask him what a caboose hug is. So when you can ask him about that.
A caboose hug.
He may not want to tell the story.
Oh, there's a story. Okay, I want to hear the story. I don't think I've heard.
Maybe he'll share it. Maybe he won't. I don't.
I mean, caboose hugs. I feel like that would be self-explanatory to an extent, right? That's hugging a caboose.
Yeah, I guess I just asked more questions. I wanted to know more.
Wait, I think I understand why you have more questions. It just occurred to me. Well, I'd love to hear the story from Tim. It's probably nothing. It's probably innocent.
We'll pester him. We'll make a note of it and go. Well, the first thing we'll say to Tim, we won't go,
Have you come up with a better plan than the
hey
professor
Tim,
said?
what is a caboose hug? And he'll just have to tell us. That's how that will go.
We've faced monsters
Sounds
like
good.
you before.
Can I bounce off this?
Sounds like a plan.
I totally forget. Yes, I
There's
can.
one thing about localization, by the way, because there's some folks chatting about Russian localization. Русские слова очень длинные, which Russian words are very long, and so you basically what happens when you localize to actually German as well. German's really the German words are very long, and so you tend to blow through the space that you've assigned to a particular like menu item, and then just like finding fonts for Russian is a little tougher sometimes for like if you pick the special one. I think Malena, didn't like Scott make a font for
Yes.
he like hand wrote the font, the Psychonauts font.
And I think, Bagel worked on it too. Anna, we also hired a font designer, and we have custom fonts for Psychonauts too.
There
And I'm
is.
Exciting.
so happy that we did this. It's something I have wanted for years to do, and it's something I would love to push for us to do forever in the future. And that way you can be sure that you get all of the characters that you need for all of the various languages, but it just adds an extra special look to the game. I mean, we have such a unique look. Our fonts should match that, and no off-the-shelf thing is just gonna be right. I don't know.
That is
No,
one of
I
the
totally agree.
things we've taken into consideration for like accessibility too, is like that is toggleable, even though we love that font, because who knows, people might need to toggle it as well. But I think it is really cool that we do have. Is that the Arundo? Is that one? Which one is it? I think we have a couple of weird in-house fonts.
Chia is, I think, the one that you're thinking of. There's the wonk version and the legible version.
Yes, we have wonky versions of some stuff and the clean legible one too. Which that's fancy.
I think someone told me, Malena, maybe you know about this. The original Psychonauts. Do you know if it was officially translated to Russian?
So I don't think it was.
Okay,
I
because
know
there
that
was a-
there's people who claim. I know there was a Russian version, and they claimed that they had were hired to do it, but we never authorized it. And as far as we know, Majesco never did either.
So there's just a mysterious Russian version of Psychonauts.
Yes. In fact, Anna, do you remember that there were Russian versions of Psychonauts on eBay before the game was released?
Oh, I know. Well, that was I don't know what that was about. I think that was just a scam. But I heard from, you know, we had the translator we had for like Headlander for
Oh,
I think-
yeah.
yeah. So he actually told me that he had played Psychonauts in Russian when it first
Yeah.
came out. Which is,
That's
I mean,
right.
so one thing, you know, regardless of what happened, like whether it was, you know, official or not, I am grateful to whoever did it that this person got to play the game because he became a fan and he was a really awesome. He translated the games, so a couple of them that we had into Russian, so it's pretty rad.
I accidentally hit a memory vault without planning it. Oh, I do love fish. I do love lungfish. I love everything about it. Although Anna, I know we're gonna get to Milkman as the one that you had the
Yeah.
more of the involvement in, right?
I did. Well, I can talk a little bit about this level. I know, like, you know, as most levels in Psychonauts, like, they were pretty ambitious in their concepts because, you know, the idea was to really try to make each mental level like a reflection of the personality of the, you know, of the person. And we wanted to kind of like push the boundaries of, like, you know, making it feel really different from person to person, just to show that, like, you know, mental representations and things like that are very unique. And so this one, I think, also had to be rebuilt a few times. The really cool thing that they had, I think originally it was like a 2D play style, but I think it didn't feel quite right. It didn't feel Psychonauts enough. So instead, it went back to kind of like what you see here, where you just there's like these buildings in the city and climate and so forth in 3D playstyle, but the movement set for Raz was completely changed, and it wasn't just animation. It was also, you know, how the physics responded, like how weighty Raz felt and so forth. So that was quite a bit of work, I think. So Paul Dubois did a lot of the actual physics stuff, animation. I think Chris Schultz did the animations for Raz in this. I think Tyler Hurd was involved with some of it, but I don't recall exactly what it was. And I think Matt Franklin and Ki Chi worked on the levels. That's all. I wish someone. Malena, do you recall who else might have worked on this?
I don't remember. My brain is gone.
Yeah, maybe it was Jeff is on chat, so he's Jeff, if you can hear me, do you remember who the world builder was for this?
Yeah, that's actually a good question to know who the. Oh, whoa! I just got really knocked off a building. I was looking at chat for 2 seconds to be like, "Oh, Jeff's in there," and then I got hit by the airplanes because, of course, if you have to have a King Kong type deal, you have to have airplanes. That's the
Yes.
rule. You can't not. And I guess what you're saying too is that's how we get something more vertical like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got hit by a plane, as opposed to keeping it on that one plane. I got hit by a plane, and then I
Yeah.
used the word plane.
Yeah, so Jeff was saying that it felt bad that you would get kind of shot off screen, you know, with the 2D. I do think that the 3D actually feels really good. Like you.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't want that drastic a change, but it's like that weightiness. Like when you walk, you're slower and you feel really big. And I think there's a way to play through this level where you don't kill any of the
I
citizens.
don't know
Did you
how
mention
that
the
would
lesson?
be possible.
Because we thought Bert would be able to do it.
Yeah.
Jeff also said that Fred
Fred
Selker worked
Selker.
on this level.
Yes, that's right. Fred Selker.
I'm-
Oh yeah, there's like a special little Easter egg in this level where if you turn the camera in a particular part of the level, you can see Fred Selker's girlfriend.
Wait,
of the time.
I never knew that.
Yeah, no, it's like you have to kind of
Freedom!
know exactly where to
Oh.
go for it.
Someone says climb and use shield. I know, but I was trying to zap everything. I got over ambitious and I was paying attention to people talking.
Yeah.
I'm looking at chat. Shield. shooting. Always good. Although, can I even levitate in here? I don't know. Maybe Goggle Lore doesn't let you use levitate. Hard to say.
That's what I need here.
But we do get to jump. Nice big jump. Trying to get through each bit. Although, I was saying, and I'll tell you this, Anna, because one thing that I actually wanted to do, but I spaced out on and didn't quite do, was I know that Boyd's mind, I'm gonna need the cobweb duster, which means I need to go grab some arrowheads before we go into the level, which means I'm gonna have to grab the dowsing rod and stuff. So my deepest apologies that I can't just run straight off into the brain.
No, it's true. What's funny is that last time Ray was mentioning how he really loved, I think he said, the dowsing rod, and like he was surprised that people didn't like it. I think the only reason why people didn't like it was because it was a requirement.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think you could probably try and get all those arrowheads very slowly, but like, what would be the point of that when you can explore and douse?
Exactly.
We'll do the slowest speed run. A long run, a slow run.
Yes.
Yeah, this level, I just like it because it's weird, which isn't to say that every other level isn't weird, but like, giant stompy monster, always very good.
Yeah. I love like how sweet that is, because you just fought this boss fight, but then it's like, but you know, they're more scared of you than you are of them, and like you go into their mind, and that's essentially like you get to really experience that. Okay, so one thing I really Coach's dialogue here, which is where he announces what attack he's about to make before he does it, I thought like I thought that was super clever. That's all credit to Tim here.
The only word you're gonna need is
I might need to grab this health over here. Well, it has that great like Super Sentai energy,
Yes,
which
exactly.
is what it's really going for.
Yeah, mighty Rapp. Well, you're supposed to like it allows you to kind of strategize a little bit of what you're gonna use to protect yourself. I suppose you can just use shield for most, if not all of it.
I should be able to get him right there with the beam and everything.
Yeah, there you go. And the person who was assigned to many of these boss fights was Andrew Falls, was the gameplay programmer on this boss.
I want to go.
Hey, get the health,
Yeah, I got it. It's over there.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna keep on zapping him for a minute. I like the little hand gesture he does too. He's doing that thing that people do when they try and show off like the one finger up and one down. I can't even do that in real life because I'm clumsy.
Yeah.
Which is very, very good. I totally forgot about that.
Ground vision. Overly intricate combination.
I want some of these health pickups. That might be my favorite. Hard to avoid area attack might be my favorite one.
That's a really good one.
What should I grab? Do I need to grab TK?
You know, I have in truth not played this for a really long time.
Well, I know he's weak after area of attack, definitely. I know that one for sure.
Yeah.
Although, oh gosh, if it dumps me up back here, no, it shouldn't. He should still be damaged.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those things where it's like, oh, maybe he's not. It's definitely one of these things where it's like, now I want to focus because I don't want people to be like, no. But I also want to talk to everybody. Are there?
We can. Malena and I could talk maybe.
Yeah, but I guess I'm also wondering, like, for both of you, are there? How often is it a thing where you're checking in on other people's levels, or how often do you go back to it and find something new? Like, what's that process like, and how? I guess I'm wondering is how often were you, as programmers or people working on levels, working or seeing each other's stuff, or did it feel like you weren't seeing that until later on in the project?
We had for milestones. This is interesting because like the we worked way too many hours back then. This
Right.
is not the case anymore, double fine. But we had some, basically, kind of like the nice thing about it was the camaraderie, because we had these nights where no matter whether you had work due or not, you were playing the game and reporting bugs, or just like letting people know your impressions, and maybe you have ideas like that, you know, sometimes
Right.
can get incorporated into the game. So we would see each other's work constantly. And in fact, like, I don't know, Malena, I would love for you to answer this question too, but if I've ever played this game since, or whenever I even just watch someone play it, I have such strong memories. Like, Tim just kind of gave us a lot of creative freedom to you know, put these little touches in the game.
Right.
That, especially a level like Black Velvet Tope. But even this, like, you know, I just, Andrew's personality just comes into my head, because I know that he did this boss fight of the gameplay programmers, and he would like kind of giggle sometimes when he was integrating the dialogue, or like maybe he had an idea for you play this animation here, and it was kind of, it just made him laugh, and that's why he would put it in or something. So it felt like, yeah, to me, this game, it feels like whoever, like the ghost of who, you know, like I haven't worked with Andrew, for instance, or Fred Selker in a long time, but they're like, it feels like they're coming into the room with me and sitting down on the couch next to me just for this one little part,
Right.
and like kind of point and giggle at a thing. You know, like in my mind, that's how it feels. Like this, it's like those people's personalities are just like so intertwined with every little, like just these little details, because of how this game was made.
Exactly. And I also I put myself back in the office, because, you know, we would be there all night, and we still joke about those sink and test nights and how, you know, they sort of set us off a little bit, but, you know, we were all in it together, and those nights, it felt like we all came together to just, you know, to fix all the bugs, to make sure that the gameplay was the best that it could be before delivering a milestone. And you know, I can just, you know, you see in my head, when I'm seeing these levels again, I'm thinking of myself back in the office in the middle of the night.
Literally.
Yeah, literally
The
in the middle of the
audience
night.
listening.
I mean, and I don't know, Graham proposed to me on a sink and test night.
Oh. The most romantic of nights.
Wait, did you? I hope in person.
Yes, I was allowed to leave for a few hours, and I came back, and I still remember Razmig and Schultz, like, and Scott too, like doing a little dance in the kitchen for me when we announced that he had done that.
Aw. Yeah, so you know, y'all might not know this, but they all they were, you know, like your husband and, you know, Raz and Scott, they did a comic together.
Yeah, and Bagel too.
Kiki. Oh, and Bagel, yeah. So they all knew each other.
They have that natural bounciness to them. When just having Scott and Bagel alone in here to talk was pandemonium, and it was only two people. Like, it was, they're just like a wrecking crew. It was very, very funny to me. I don't know if there's an actual office though, Malena. I haven't been able to confirm that.
There is. You'll see it someday. I promise you. You will.
I'm visiting next month, which will be good.
Excellent. I have no idea when I'll be
next month. Maybe this month? I don't know what time it is anymore. Time means nothing still, although it's not as bad as when the pandemic stuff started, but I haven't gotten to meet any of you, which is so strange. I haven't gotten to see the office. So when you say we were in the office, I know you probably mean the older office, but now there's another office, and I go, I can't confirm if that's a real thing or not.
Wait, there's another office there?
Isn't it? Wasn't there
No,
or do you mean which office were you talking about? Yeah.
By the time we were at these like sink and test middle of the night things, we were still, you know, we're at the office that we are currently in.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking about the garage with sewage.
Yeah, no. Although we can talk about that if you want. So this level and the music in it, my God, it like sends me, it's like a little time machine. Because this is the very first thing that I've worked on those crows
Oh,
And
really?
I did all of these. Yeah, these like little cutscenes that are a little bit over over the top, and they were actually done not with a tool that we had. They were done in text. It was like just through code, entirely through code. Poor Tyler Hurd had to go through the code and just like you know, if there was a camera angle he wanted to tweak, he had to literally do it right in the code, the Lua. But yeah, the crows, like the way they respond, like all the like I spent you know, my weekends looking at birds to try to get like their
Oh.
to figure out exactly how they you
Okay.
know, like how they react when you run
I
past.
was waiting for them to come back. Kind of like, there you go.
And Boyd, this particular area, this is also the very first character that I got to work on, and I had to create like his, you know, patrol behaviors. And so, you know, I had very little direction. Like again, we were able to just kind of like have a lot of freedom in how we did it. So I, you know, he had a few of these idle poses or idle animations, and so I had him just walk around and draw on things on the wall. And Eric Ingerson did an incredible job on these animations.
We can tease everybody and sneak in for a moment, but they're gonna tell me that I should probably get the cobweb duster.
Yes.
It's the big indicator,
Yes.
which I probably do. I do need to get. It's not even a you should probably have. It's you actually do need to have it. But we'll show everybody the
Yes, you do.
inside. We'll hop out for a bit. I will grab those cobwebs. I have a map. I fully admit I have a map that's going to tell me where to find tons of
Oh, that's fine.
stuff.
Yeah, there's other stuff I can even talk about before you go into the level, like the you know, the dialogue system that Boyd has. So for anyone who wasn't here last week, just to kind of remind you, maybe I'll pause, like let everyone watch this cutscene.
Perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you're gonna talk about, or you've last time you were talking about it. It's his ramblings.
Exactly, his ramblings. So he's kind of a conspiracy theory nut, and what Tim wanted from this character is to just there's just conspiracies, like you can just, oh gosh, there's so many, and so every single sentence coming out of Boyd just would be a new unique conspiracy, and so there would be so there'd be like like this statement here was just kind of an interstitial non sequitur type of thing, and yeah, same with this.
Right.
When you hear him, the suits, here we go, assassinate the one man in their way. No. So like they were phrases that were being put together procedurally. But what the challenge was here was to make it sound good with audio and with text. So you'll hear him like cough or like, you know, kind of have these little like in between like or just so that the audio would work well together. And then the one other really critical thing here was that when we went to record the dialogue for Boyd, he had these. The actor recorded two completely different ways of reading each line. One was kind of like really conspiratorial and like, oh, what if this was the and the other one was just kind of unhinged, yelling and stuff like that. And so you had to, it would randomly select between those as well, and it had to sound good together. So that's another reason why some of these interstitials were in there. It was really, really fun to work on, and another, like, Malena's on the line, she had to, you know, we had to make the sound good in all of the languages that it shipped in, which was, you know, without changing any of the code, which is kind of incredible because, you know, languages have very different grammar rules, like some of them have gendered nouns and things like that, and so it was quite an undertaking. Maybe Malena could kind of remind us a little bit what that was like.
I'm still trying to remember. I mean, the way that it was originally written, and I kept trying to find this last week, and I couldn't find it, but Tim's original document where he, you know, there's like the subject, you know, okay, good. You know, where the way that he wrote that out of like, okay, this is the subject, and then this is the action, and then, and so sharing that information with folks, I mean, with the translators, again, we knew normally you don't want to have concatenated strings, you know, strung together.
Right.
But in this case, it was okay because Boyd is you know, he's not even really making full sentences anyway. I mean, he is, but you can sort of take each phrase and treat it as its own little bit. So
Exactly. Yeah, it was the fact
explaining
that
the
it was
structure.
phrases. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because it wasn't a single word necessarily, it was a phrase. That gave the translators kind of enough to work with, so that they could kind of they could take some liberties to make it, coherent and so forth.
Yeah. Can I, like, really quickly, I would like to just, I pulled some stats together this morning.
Oh, did you?
I did, and I wanted to let folks know that, you know, in Psychonauts 1, there was a total of 9,900 lines of dialogue,
Yeah.
of which 8,304 were spoken, and 1,909 were spoken by Raz. And to contrast that with Psychonauts 2, so far, our total line count is
There
18,961.
you go. Double the jokes.
And they are great lines, if I do say so myself.
Whoa!
Oh.
I hear someone. I'm super excited.
Wow.
Is that Richard Horvitz?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Oh, this is very exciting. The screen is going to freeze for a second so I can make sure that everyone's voices are nice and boosted now that you're here. This is so very exciting.
Richard, you can't see my face, but it's really red and blushing because I'm a little starstruck.
And I think
This is Anna,
and I
by the way.
think Nicki is here too.
I know Nicki is here. Hi, Nicki.
Hi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
So, can you hear me when I'm talking right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm coming through my microphone, so hold on. I want to go through.
Everybody in chat is very excited that you are both here. I am very excited.
Yay!
I didn't know if it was going to happen or not.
Let's see if I can change my. Okay.
Uh-huh. ASMR Raz tests his mic settings.
Yeah. Where are my mic settings anyway? I'm in my my account. Billing appearance. Oh, voice and video. I found it. I have found it.
How do I get back to the camp from here? I always forget.
Oh, you have to call Linda with the go to your inventory.
Yeah, it's the lungfish call. There it is.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Perfect. Because we
Now,
are.
can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you very well.
Yes.
What's up, Linda?
Prepare yourself
Hi,
for
Richard.
passage, human child.
We can hear
Hello?
you.
Yep, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, good.
I'm overwhelmed. This is overwhelming and exciting. I'm very glad that both of you could join us today.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
I don't know if I've ever had the opportunity to speak to you before, Nicki.
I think it's only been on Twitter, like a tiny bit.
Maybe a
so-
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
The exciting
It's-
world of
It's
Twitter.
it's so great to hear you. We met very briefly when I was working at the office. You stopped by to say hi. I just wanted to say hi, and I'm a huge fan of your work.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so excited that this is happening. It's the greatest. After all these years, it's the best.
After all of these
I
years.
have to say that both of you, your voices sound so like you have not aged at all. And so listening to your voices, the only thing that's changed is there's, I think, some more emotional, like, I don't know, like we went a little bit darker for Psychonauts 2, and there were times I had, like, I would sort of have to catch my breath while listening to the files from you guys, because they're amazing. Just the emotional depth that that Chris was able to get from you. Well, yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
How did that end up? How did it end up feeling going back to Psychonauts then? After I guess it's been almost like 15 years at least, right? How do you
And
go back to something like that?
I mean, I think Lily she's always been with me because I always wanted this to happen so badly. And, you know, I've been doing all these conventions through the years. And so, you know, people would come up to the table and it was just that the game is so alive for people after all these years. And people would constantly be asking me, when is it going to happen? And, you know, a few years ago, it was like, I don't think it's going to happen. But now it's happening for real.
I mean, so you carry that character with you. Do you return to it too as a fan going, well, now I finally get to see where the story is? I mean, because I guess Rhombus had happened, and that kind of left on another cliffhanger again. Do you have that feeling of kind of coming back to it and feeling like maybe there's a little bit more resolution than maybe the last time that you were playing the character?
Yeah, absolutely, because, you know, well, the way Psychonauts ended and they go off, and then Rhombus of Ruin, it was continuing the adventure, and so there had to be more. You know, we had to keep it going, and I'm so happy that, I mean, I love the emotional depth that we got to go to with this game, you know? It's so well written, so funny, and so endearing, and really touching also. You know, I loved the script. And Chris is the best director. She really knows how to get it out of us as well.
Oh, is Chris here? I don't know if she's here. I think she was maybe going to join us too, but maybe not. I don't know.
Later.
Oh, it's a lot to deal with.
Roger that, Ranger Crow.
I'm just double checking a couple settings here too with everybody's voices too. So, I mean, I guess my other question then is, how soon were you aware of Psychonauts 2 becoming a thing? I don't know, like, were people telling you, hey, we might crowdfund this thing, we might try and make this game happen? And was that already a conversation that you were having with Tim, maybe down on your own time or anything like that? Or was that something that, like, did that announcement surprise you when that happened?
Well, Tim had gotten in touch with me because, you know, the whole video thing we did about being into it. And, so, I mean, I had always hoped for it. But, I mean, the announcement at the Game Awards, right? Was it the Game Awards? It was, like, amazing. And to hear the crowd going so nuts and still being so in love with the game. But no, I mean, I didn't really know it was for sure gonna happen until it was really happening. And then I had to keep it quiet for a long time when I was doing conventions because everyone was asking me, and I was like, oh no, I don't think it's happening. You know, I had to, it was hard. At that point it was hard to keep it quiet.
Did it ever happen?
Did it ever happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep on telling people that it's gonna happen. I keep on telling people that the game is a thing, and they go, yeah, but is it? And the answer is yes.
Is it?
No, it's 100% a thing. I swear. It is a thing. No, Richard, it's absolutely 100% a thing.
Sure
I
it is.
promise you right here in front of everybody that it is a thing that is in fact happening.
It is a thing indeed. It is indeed.
So then,
I can
yeah.
prove that because I recorded a lot of it myself.
It's true. And I think
4,202 lines.
did we finish? Are those are all recorded now, right?
Yeah, done. Done and done. And it was so much fun. I'm getting a note from somebody saying, is your mic up loud enough? Is my mic loud enough?
I've boosted people as much as I can right now, but I can try and make things even louder if I sneak out into my settings. It's one of those tricky things when you are doing stuff remotely.
I actually wanted to ask Nicki and Richard, like, when you, so during the pandemic, for any recording that you've had to do, you had to kind of rely on your home studios then?
Oh no, I got to go to a real studio for Psychonauts stuff.
Okay, I see.
It was the first time I got to go to a studio to record after everything, and it was fantastic. And it felt so cool and exciting to go back and get to do that.
Yay. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm gonna get zapped by this weird cougar. Oh, there's Ford. He's adorable.
And I have also just in general, because I mean, I worked on this game. I never got to ask you this, Nicki. It's just like when you, so you know, of course, there's the processes to audition for, you read a script or a couple of lines or what have you. What I'm curious about is like, how did you, just because, and especially at first, you don't get to see the full script because, of course, Tim hasn't written it yet. But like, how in your head do you kind of create this character? Because I know for people at home, the animations also follow from the voice acting. Like for instance, all the big cutscenes are animated to the recording that we get. So yeah, I just wanted to know, like, how did you? I mean, you basically are Lily in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I first auditioned, I think I looked at the characteristics, like she has really big eyes and she's very much, she's just super, it's the sassiness comes out, and it's, I go from the eyes, I go from the character, she was so well written and everything, and, I don't know, I don't know how to, because it was such a long time ago that I did do the first game, but coming back into it, it felt so familiar and wonderful. And I know Chris was also commenting on how I was a bit darker in it, but I'd also just literally finished recording the ending of the Walking Dead game, my other Lily.
Oh,
Really
Wow.
different.
very
And
different.
I remember, very different. And I went in for my Psychonauts session, and Chris was like, "You sound really kind of dark," and I was like, "Oh, I gotta switch." I think I was still kind of in my head a little bit, and but Lily also, well, I guess I can't really say anything, but she's going through a lot in this game,
Yes.
and so I think it fit really well, kind of where my head was also.
Yeah.
I just had to lighten up, but it helped.
It definitely is
So-
two different worlds. I totally forgot about The Walking Dead. That's so funny to me because before I did all this, I was doing journalism, and that was one of the games that I was following very, very closely, especially that final season. It was very exciting for your character to come back.
It was very exciting that she came back. She was a lot worse than I thought she was going to be, but I really enjoyed being such a villain. It was pretty fun.
I guess you kind of have to be an advocate for any character you're playing a little bit too, though, right?
Yeah, I always will say that Lily was misunderstood, especially in Season 1. Season 4, she really, I don't know what to say about her, but I still support her because it was a great experience for me. It was a great experience, but, moving on to Psychonauts 2 has just been such a lighter and more exciting, and also I have to say the fan base is a lot more supportive and kind.
No.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Was that?
There we go. I think I'm back.
You are back.
I am back. All right.
We were talking about all
Yes.
sorts of stuff.
Oh, good. What questions did you ask that I missed?
Well, Nicki was telling us about kind of returning to the characters and things like that, and kind of like what the first step is for reestablishing like a connection for a character, because it's been so long, right? It's been like
Yeah.
almost 15 years. How did it? What's the process? What's it like for you coming back to Raz, or kind of finding not that literal voice, but that character again as like an actor?
I'm really lucky because it's kind of just in my voice. That's the first thing, and so many of my characters are so loud and just kind of bombastic. And Raz is kind of the complete opposite of that. And I owe a lot of I owe a lot to Chris Brown because she makes sure that we always stay in the zone. And the thing about Raz is that Raz really has to, even though he's getting a little bit older in this version, he still has to remain really earnest and have a desire to want to help. And those are the things that I always remember. And so Chris, if it weren't for Chris, I don't know that I would have stayed on track, but I owe most of it to Chris.
It is, you say high energy, and I have to at least say this. It's very surreal to have this conversation, not only because I've heard you and Nicki in games that I've played, but also like cartoons that I would watch when I was younger.
Yes.
So thank you both for all the work that you do. Just as like, if I can be a little bit of a fan girl for a second and go, thank you, because like I remember things like Angry Beavers and stuff, and now I'm like, what is my life? I'm talking to these people, these wonderfully talented people.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think.
Thank you.
I also will say, the degree to which that you both do sound like Raz and Lili. Obviously, it's your voices. It's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously they should sound like you. That makes sense. But also, I go, oh my gosh, right? I'm sure for people listening at home, there's an aspect to it where they're just like, oh, I'm just listening to these characters, which is very, very funny to me as well.
It's true. The thing about I think video games is that they you kind of, because they're so they're not, you don't see humans acting in it. You don't see like kind of any obvious evidence that humans made this. I think the like with animation, it's kind of similar, that you kind of forget sometimes that they're actually people who did this. And I think like hearing a voice actor is the closest experience that you have to like, oh wow, that's a human. That wasn't a synthesized voice. This was like an actual human performing this.
It's wild.
I think one of the keys to Psychonauts is that Chris and Tim and Nicki and we all have a personal relationship beyond the game. I think that adds a lot to the not only the recordings become very fun, and I think we spend 90% of the time making each other laugh and only about 10% recording, but we still manage to get it all done when everything is done.
Also, thank you for that cat song that you sang on that last session. That got a very good laugh out of me. I just rescued a baby kitten that was orphaned by its mother, and I bottle fed it, and I listened to that song, and I laughed my ass off.
Cat song. I've not even heard this song.
Was this something that Tim had me do?
Yep.
Tim and I were so busy getting our new GE show and tell phono viewers in the last thing. So when I was growing up, there was a thing called a GE show and tell phono viewer, and what it was a record player that had a 45, 78, and 33 setting on it, and it sat atop a TV set with a film strip that went in, and with every 7 rotations of the record player, it would advance the film strip one more frame. And that was our iPad. And when Tim saw it and saw that I was obsessed with this thing, he got on and immediately got not one but 2 of them.
Closer to the shore for Linda to hear it.
He told me about it, and then I've been searching for them too.
I'm picturing it.
It's really hard to find one that's in good condition. It has to be, because you'll find one where the record player works, but like the film feeder doesn't work, or vice versa, and so you have to be committed to make it work. I have made mine work, and I've taken a video of it, and it's
What's up, Linda?
It's
Prepare yourself for passage.
it's the
Human
3
child.
little pigs. That's the story.
That's awesome. I had something very similar to that when I was growing up in the USSR, but I think for us it was like there was like a beep and you had to manually turn it. So not as cool as yours. but very close. I was the machine for the little kids I had to entertain. Sometimes I would like, let the record play, and then I would be the turning of the.
Yes,
Of the
but you
film.
have to understand that the one I was playing with was from 1967.
Yeah.
So it was, and so I've gone back and started to collect all the toys that I had when I was a kid. That's why I love eBay. I'm obsessed with finding, like I had a Mickey Mouse record player that was from Sears, and it was like Mickey with a Mickey arm, and it was like when I bought it at Sears when I was a kid, it was like $26 or something. To find one,
Yeah.
and to find one that is in prime condition now, there's one on eBay right now in a box that comes with the original box. It's like $700.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. I'll have to do Psychonauts 3 to pay
I
for
was gonna
it.
say because they know that they can charge that much because you're so desperate for a really really
Yes,
good one.
exactly. I'm just so desperate for nostalgia.
I mean that's part of Psychonauts a little bit nowadays, right?
Absolutely.
I have people who say, "Oh, well, this is like a game I grew up with," and I go, "Oh my gosh, now I'm getting old even." Like, it's a lot to take in. All right, so we're back in. We are back in
We're back
So one
in
of-
Milkman.
the game.
Yes, I had to find enough arrowheads to get an item.
You know,
Yes.
right from the get-go, the obstacle course is really hard. The very first thing out of the gate was really hard.
Oh, basic braining. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it's
Totally.
intense. I have half a brain. For my health, not like as a human being.
Hello.
Hello.
Nicki's here as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that Chris?
Is that Chris? Let's make sure
Chris.
Chris's voice is all boosted.
Hi, Chris.
Anna. Hi. Oh my gosh, I miss you so much.
I miss you.
This is
Chris sounds-
awesome.
Chris sounds really good.
He does.
I
right?
got a different mic.
You all
It's not a fancy mic.
you all sound very good.
Yay.
I will say, Chris, for folks at home who have not heard from you before, could you give a quick introduction?
Sure. I'm the casting director and voice director for Psychonauts and for Psychonauts 2.
Psychonauts.
I've worked with Tim since 1990, so I've worked on every game that he's ever done. And I love my job, and I get to work with Richard and Nicki and Anna and all of you, and I'm the luckiest person in the world.
Tell me the cat song that we did, Chris.
Did we do a cat?
Yeah, what is this cat song?
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe
Wait, when?
the very last session.
Out of my booth? I think
Yeah.
I remember something about a cat song.
Uh-oh.
It was.
It's do not distribute.
Oh no! It has not been distributed.
It has not been distributed.
Okay.
It is and it will never be distributed.
I'm like, woo, all the stuff we say in
Yeah.
session.
Oh no! That's it's all safe. It's all
Yay.
safe. No, but it.
All my secret swearing.
Yeah, no,
I just
it's
want to
all
say,
safe.
that I'm glancing over at some of the stream chat, and everyone is exceptionally kind. Thank you, everyone.
I know,
Yeah,
so
me
sweet.
And Nicki and Chris. Thank you all.
The fans are super sweet.
Richard, this is the best. Wait, okay, I need to figure out where that is so I can see it. Stand by.
You just gotta go to the Twitch stream.
Tim!
Yes.
Tim!
Find a Tim?
Hi.
Tim!
Full house now.
Hey. What is this? Have you been having a good time here playing Psychonauts?
Anytime I get to play a game by Tim Schafer, it's a great time. It's a great time.
Oh god. Now you
Agreed.
Agreed. Was I pouring it on too thick there? I don't know. Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Your voices
Aw.
haven't been since Oh my god, everyone's here. Hello.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Hello.
So many
You guys,
people.
Hi,
Oh my
Tim.
gosh, so many people. Were you about to? You said it like you've been happy about everyone else, but I'm also here.
You,
Dun, dun, dun.
no, we're super
no,
glad you're here.
always happy.
Melena's gonna sing us a cat song, though.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Believe it, you know cat songs?
What did
Like cat songs, you
No, I
know.
can't.
Who is the milkman?
No.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow. No.
Oh, is that the song? Was it the Frisky song that we were singing?
No, it was like from Cats, the musical.
Oh, now we're narrowing it down.
Oh, wow.
Midnight and the kittens
Wow, I don't remember that at
singing.
all. Okay, I gotta
That's
go
it.
find
Meow,
it.
meow, 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 meow.
And the kitty is
Kittens are
sleeping
sleeping.
all alone in the litter box, eating almond roca. Wait a
I
minute, that's not almond roca.
Surprising that it went
that's
there,
the song.
Richard.
Wow, you all heard it here first.
That was Nicki, it
Yeah.
wasn't me. That was Nicki.
Lee is in the chat talking about your great song in Headlander. Lee is like, talk about Headlander, not Psychonauts. Let's talk about Would You Like to Know More, which was a great, great
Oh.
song.
Oh, yes, that was, what's his name? What was my character's
Mappy.
name? Yeah, Mappy. That song was great. That was a great song. I'm always
A lot of people don't know the Headlander is in the Psychonauts universe, and that's sadly what happened to Raz, is that his consciousness was uploaded into a smartphone in this dystopian future. But, you know, it's part of the lore that you
Is
should know.
there
So go
a-
play Headlander after you're done with Psychonauts.
Is there a GE show and tell phono viewer in the
I'll
Raz?
never forgive you for
Oh.
that.
Are you obsessed?
Well, you know, I moved right after I bought
Yeah.
that thing, so they're all packed up. So I bought, Richard got me, started collecting strange, outdated pieces of AV equipment from the
I know.
50s. Where's that thing from?
How long have you been
60s.
It's like a-
60s.
How much are
Yeah.
they paying you?
Yeah.
Why did you
So
burn
it's beautiful, and now it's all packed up. And I can't believe it.
I'm also an outdated. I'm also an outdated audiovisual equipment from the '60s.
Oh.
Oh, the toilets. I feel bad talking over this. Some of the, I mean, Richard's dialogue is really great. Nicki's dialogue is really great. But these G-men are super,
Yes.
also super great dialogue. But
But-
you can't hear it.
Steve Bloom, who
Yes.
is also the voice of Wolverine.
Oh my god.
All sorts of things. Very
You can
prolific.
hear it. He's in Psychonauts 2 too, as the agent.
Is he really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
Does a similar voice.
Ah, I love it. I need to find a plunger, or else I will never get down into those sewers. I forget where the plunger is, though.
It's so
How you doing,
weird.
Nicki?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I love. Well, a lot of people, this is their favorite level in the game, and Anna was saying that it doesn't make her sick, which it doesn't make me sick either. There's something. Some scientists should study this level to figure out how it doesn't make people nauseated.
It's interesting because like the relative gravity solutions, so the solutions for, at least originally, for Sasha's, the cube level and this were very different, because we tried to do the trigger volume based one and it was just that was atrocious, and because it would suddenly flip you as soon as you kind of entered it. It wasn't gradual. So Paul Dubois did the really awesome smooth transitions. This is before the engines didn't exist, like Unity and Unreal Engine. So this was all made from scratch.
Every
and-
0 and 1 was typed in by hand. Right?
Exactly.
Bit by bit,
Yeah.
line for line.
Yeah. It was all me.
And
It
it's
was all me.
and it's going to be totally different on Psychonauts 3. Oh, did I just say
Oh,
that?
Richard,
Yeah.
Richard, we're not supposed to tell people about that.
Don't just announce Psychonauts 3, announce the release date.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Right.
By the way,
Oh.
we're not doing Psychonauts 3.
Can we tell people the release date to Psychonauts 3 before we tell them the release date
for
to Psychonauts 2?
Yeah. See, there's kind of a window of time. Where you
Yes, you'll have something to look
And
forward
try
to.
to jump off the edge of the world and land on helicopter blades. There's a really
I-
gory sequence Anna put in for the
On a
the blades
land
chop.
on a helicopter?
Yeah, there's like a blood spray effect. It's really gruesome.
I do
Wow.
have I have a release date for Psychonauts 2.
There was one
Get it.
flying here.
Get it?
It's really.
It's
You don't know the release date
I
for
do.
Super-
I do. It's being released after
Don't-
Psychonauts 1 and before
Mhm.
Psychonauts 3.
That's what you think, right? But we're gonna switch
Right.
it up. We're gonna surprise everybody. Heather, I'm feel bad. No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean, I'm gonna do it.
You
I'm-
can't actually do it. I think you'll die before you do it.
Probably would. I'd probably hit the void first. But I know this because I have to push in just a random code to try and get in here.
How do you use clairvoyance on an object that doesn't have a brain? Heather? Explain that.
Oh, do I have to like figure out the lore?
Can I just spoil the puzzle? I just spoil the puzzle. No, that's
I
not
just set it on
clairvoyance.
fire.
That's a really angry version of clairvoyance. Oh, don't go in there. Agent. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun.
Look at that. I solved the puzzle.
Look at that. Is that the same code every time, Yana?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, is
No.
it really?
One of like 3 random ones.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. Did we do that? We didn't do anything that clever back then,
We
did we?
did. I think because we were really sticklers about that from adventure games, where it's like you don't want people to. Because what if you go up before you do the puzzle and then you want to type in the number yourself? You should be able to, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's 3
exactly.
and you know all 3, then games are hard to make. Don't make games.
Yeah.
All I have to say.
I don't even remember. I'm glad that you did something this clever.
Let's hope I remembered it
you
correctly.
designed it like that.
Perfect.
Mhm. You got it.
I got it.
That panel looks like someone's bald hair.
And this is where we
Hair coming out of this.
this is where we 100% need the cobweb duster too.
Correct.
I had to go dousing for arrowheads, Tim.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. I'm not taking the fall on that one.
You made it look so fun,
dark.
though.
So dark.
Yeah. Can't get around. Well, hey, why aren't your footprints are supposed to... Oh, there they are. There, look at those footprints. That's like the floating leaf off the branch of this level.
That's right.
All the footprints.
I was so excited when that went in.
I forgot all about this kind of view.
Coffin. There's a bunch of weird things in this room. There's a post office.
2 coffins.
It's funny. I shouldn't talk about this stuff, but I always feel like it was such a different world when we made the Milkman Conspiracy, because like conspiracy theories were so much more fun back then. Like
Yes.
they were so fun and harmless in a way, because we thought, well, the world knows that these are ridiculous. Like not, the moon landing was fake. Flat Earth, everyone knows these are fake, right? And then more and more these days we're like, nope, a lot of people really believe this.
Yeah.
And the fact that the post office has like weird coffins and stuff in the basement is more fun now, but now people are like, yep, they got coffins in the basement. That's for the, all these terrible practices. Oh, nightmares.
You say those things now, but I know somebody on... Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. I know somebody on Twitch or somewhere else will be like, well, actually, Tim, the world is incredibly flat. Flat as a piece of paper. Because you're right, that is kind of the zone we're in now.
The world is flat, and that is believed to be true around the globe.
Yeah, we have conventions every year, and people fly in from all around the globe.
Both sides. Both sides.
Yeah, from both sides.
Yeah, both sides of the globe.
Some people from the edge. Living on the edge is tough. Let me tell you.
Living on the edge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's an
Oh
Aerosmith
gosh,
song about
we're
flowers.
gonna get like a DMCA takedown now, because that was just so spot on.
Mm-hmm. It's easy to get Richard sing. What does it take to get Nicki to sing? Nicki.
Oh my gosh, no. You don't need to hear that.
Oh, look at those cute little demon heads. No, don't kill him. You need him.
Don't kill him.
You need them.
We do want to hear it. No.
Can I? So Richard will sing in the session, and it's amazing. Yeah. Which is why we have do
figured out
not
how to get him
do
not to sing.
share.
But
Yeah, it's hard to get me not to sing because I'll sing a full. As we got to our last session, I sang to Chris, and now
The
Oh my
end
God,
is
you make me
near.
cry again.
Oh.
So,
meow, 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 meow.
meow, 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 meow.
We'll do it our way.
Meow, meow, meow. I
Oh.
did it chow way.
Oh wait, Tim, someone in chat is talking about your voice acting. Do you want to talk about your voice acting experience?
Tim's
would
voice
never-
acting.
I'm not my voice acting experience. I am in one game, which is was it called Haunt? God, no, I gotta look it up.
Haunt.
Right? The Connect game.
Yep.
Made by Nana.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to. I did the opposite. I destroyed the things.
Yeah.
Wait, are you not in stacking, Tim?
What?
Are you not in stacking? Did they never record you for that?
I don't think I'm in stacking. I don't remember that.
No, stacking has no voice. Oh, it might have sound
Just a
effects.
crowd, Walla.
Yeah, like
I'm in the
like that.
menus for Connect Party. That's the one where I'm going like.
Oh, is that you? Really good.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Really made you feel like those menus came to life.
I might get got here.
Oh wow. Oh, do you want some hints?
No, I just forgot to
Oh.
pick up the things. I blew them up instead because I'm a dummy.
I'm
So you're
so
already in
happy.
hell. I took you down to second lower hell to beat you up.
Second
What are you
lower
happy
hell.
about, Richard?
I'm just happy that Psychonauts, the first one, got made. Because, I mean...
Us too.
and
What
it
is
was-
going on here?
I don't know. It wasn't letting me do
You
this.
picked up a rare double demon.
I was telling Malena earlier. I feel usually fine streaming, and then you show up, and I get so very nervous.
This is instead of your performance review. We just do this.
Ah, that's
We
terrifying.
watch you play. Yeah, it's all about your health. Your
It's a lot to take in. A lot of like.
people- It's my beard. It really intimidates people. But you're lucky you can't see it.
Is my next performance review just gonna be you lock me in a room and I have to solve a puzzle or something? Will that be it?
Exactly. That
just
should be how we interview people.
More and more
They meet
observations.
circus. They play meet circus.
Listen, it's not that tough, except for all the times where I'll probably die.
I thought it was very tough. Tim,
Oh, the meat circus is really hard.
it is.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
I've heard people
It's hard for
say-
babies.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's the
actually-
company stance.
It's especially hard for meat babies.
Mhm.
Because they have the hardest time.
Richard,
It hits too close to home. Yes.
Very very traumatic experience.
when you said about Psychonauts being made, I've never actually asked you this question, but when you first saw the breakdown, were you like, what in the heck is this crazy thing?
I don't know if I thought that. I did, you know, I was a gamer, like I was like I guess I was a beginning gamer back then because my kids had just started getting into video games and they were very young. And I had heard about Tim, of course. And so I don't think I thought it was weird because I love any kind of, as you know, I love to jump into any kind of secondary reality, and this one is a really fun one to jump into. I don't think I thought it was weird. I just thought it was fun because I just loved you and Tim so much too, and we bonded so quickly. Remember, we went shopping at Hot Topic after our first session.
At Hot Topic,
Do you remember that?
like teenagers.
Like
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah.
We all went to the mall and went to Hot Topic.
No, we went to
That's
Universal City Walk, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? Because we didn't. It was purely for. We eventually got a Psychonauts shirt in Hot Topic. You know.
Yeah. I didn't get that one.
Years later.
I do have
No,
my
I think
I
Raz.
got one either. I don't think I ever saw one of those. But we went there and we looked. What are we buying? What do they have then?
I think
I know you bought the.
You got a
bought
Zim
something.
doll for
Yeah,
Richard
and
to
I
sign.
signed it. And I signed it.
Oh,
yeah.
Zim, I still have that in my office. It's got
Mhm.
your signature on the back.
And I've got my whole shelf in my office. Like it's all Psychonauts. Wait, I'll do this. And only you guys see me.
Oh,
There.
you're to share it with us.
See?
I gotta sneak by this
Ooh.
sniper.
Oh
That's
wow!
amazing.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
We get to see it. We all get to act
I
really
don't see
impressed.
anything.
It's in Discord.
Amazing.
I'm only on there. What's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. You go get my other favorite thing. Hold on.
My cat broke the hand off mine.
I am getting beat the
Yes.
heck up.
You gotta use shield.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna hide.
Right when the laser's on you.
Oh, look
you
at
gotta
that.
use Shield.
Look who's there! Look who's there! There. This is my drinking. It's my drinking glass. That's my drinking glass
Oh,
right there.
cool.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my drinking
Good
glass.
shield puzzle.
There we go. There we go. Nice. I don't have that one.
All the people at home going, I want to see. I want to see.
Richard's showing us his collection of illegal rare animals.
Yep. All of them personally hunted on safari.
No, it's good double fine swag, which is very, very nice.
And it's
Double
strange that we
fine
made it out of rare
swag.
animals, but we did.
What? Oh my goodness.
you know, we never mentioned the little girl suicides on the box for this game.
No, and there are also 2 camp kids well, there's lots of kids
They're all
dying in this
threats.
game,
They're all
actually.
threats. But this little girl actually
She
blows herself
blows herself up.
Yeah.
Never bought any of those.
Well, lots
I'll
of
tell you
kids die in basic braining.
View from up here
This is way before all the Girl Scout bomber attacks
They need to wait
Yeah.
even higher.
that
That's
happened in the 90s.
Very famous thing that
Yeah.
totally
Wait.
happened.
When were the 90s? I meant the
I know. Maybe
The
I
90s, believe it or not, were like
2000s.
20
Before
or 30
Psychonauts.
years ago. It's a while ago.
Oh my
Stop,
god.
helicopter. Land and let me in. I want to see.
You know, we were talking about Tim's voice acting. There's you did a lot of scratch recording for this game, and you
Mhm.
I think had several roles. But I remember your coach was very good.
Scheme a trunk tag for this.
I thought Jeff was coach.
No, you were coach.
Could be both.
At least yeah, I have a recording of it saved somehow.
Didn't you have a whole version of the whole game with a...
I
Oh,
did
scratch
for a
recording?
while, and then my hard drive collapsed.
It was really hard to get Anna to take out the scratch dialogue because
Stop,
it felt so
helicopter.
homey to her.
Land and let me in.
Yes, it
I want to
was
see the
lovely.
view from up there.
Uh, yeah,
I believe that I often sent messages to you, Anna, during the recording, didn't I?
You did?
Yeah, like apologizing for how many
Oh.
takes I did, and didn't I, Chris?
Aw.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I love the multiple takes.
Oh my god, I went through so many. Like I would keep going and going and going, and Tim would be like, "Shut up!" Right?
No. Yeah, but you couldn't hear me because I wouldn't press the speaker button. See my face, see all red and bulgy. And then you'd say, "What did he say?" And Chris would be like, "He said excellent, great work.
He said, "Chris,
Keep
would be like,
going."
just keep an eye out for his red and bulgy face. Then you know you're doing great."
What's that?
5 more.
I bet that's him.
Oh, someone in the chat asked, Tim did Lungfish Freedom Fighter #3. I'm not just imagining that. I don't know if
That
they're
might have been
kidding
Eric,
or...
actually.
That's just a rumor.
Yeah.
It's a rumor.
Can't
No,
confirm.
yeah, that was all. It was all David K.
It's on that remote island over there.
What's that?
It's all David K.
That was okay. David K.
Who was in Ratchet and Clank,
Oh.
and is also Ford
I'm in
Crawler.
Ratchet.
Caller.
Are you in Ratchet and Clank?
I am. Have you seen my trailers? I play Zircon Jr.
I think I found the milk.
Wow.
I play Mr. Zircon Jr. But I've been in Ratchet and Clank for years. I played Stuart Zergo and a lot of other characters on it. I played Lee Zoni.
Because you're such a pain
Sony.
in my
So, I have almost as much fun on that game as I do on Psychonauts, but Psychonauts way more. Sorry, guys, but I love them all. Don't trust. I mean, I love everyone. I love everyone. And now my career is over.
Oh my goodness.
We'll delete this part of the tape.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. I'll put it in an editor.
Where's Paul? I gave Paul such a hard time during
Yeah,
our...
see, this is what I was gonna say. Never let the pro actors hear the scratch dialogue because they secretly are obviously very threatened by it because it's so good.
Yes.
And they, ever since Richard heard Paul O'Rourke's scratch dialogue, he's like, I must eliminate Paul.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
and
we can arrange for that, certainly.
I literally will say, like, I'll hear something and I'll literally say, "Take that, Paul!"
Yeah, he tried to be Raz. He'll never be Raz.
Yeah, take that, Paul!
Paul is Raz. So far, he's spent more time by hours as Raz on Psychonauts 2. In some ways, for some lines, because we listened to him for years. That scratch
Yes.
dialogue.
Yes, and that's how you started saying, Chris started saying, could you do it more like Paul?
More like Paul.
Yeah, let's go check Paul's read on this. Let's check Paul's
Oh
read
my
and see what he did.
god.
And if I'm not mistaken, Chris would say, that was cute, Richard. It was cute. Could you do it more like Paul does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
He didn't really approach Paulness.
we need a little bit
Yeah,
more
they-
Paul on that line.
Oh my goodness.
Raz's classic line, "Take that, Paul."
Take that,
you,
Paul.
Rabbit.
I don't know whether we do why we do scratch dialogue, but I had to be talked into it because we would never on the adventure games. Everything was text until the end, and then the pro voice came in because we weren't. I'm trying to remember why, but we would never put scratch dialogue in because the idea of having something that wasn't polished and perfect in the game was really offensive. But we were like, no, we have to do something so we can imagine what the game was like with voice until we get to pro.
Yeah.
acting.
Did you
I can
say
speak a little to
polished?
that.
Did you say polished or
Or
polish?
polish.
Oh my god. They're the same thing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Accomplished means accomplished.
It was the
Oh, no.
the animators could animate a lot of the time to the scratch recording to kind of get a little bit of the sense of timing. Better than, like, remember we, if it wasn't for scratch, we would do the text to speech. Remember, Tim, you hate that more than anything.
You hated text to
You
speech.
hate it.
Well, it would make the jokes not funny. It makes some jokes funnier, I'll admit. But mostly
Yeah.
hello, Raz. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
oh,
let's
that's
make out.
right. That's right.
No,
That's
you
why
didn't
Chris
just do that to
directed.
my girlfriend.
Yes, that's why Chris directed me that. My name is Rasputin. Everyone calls me Raz.
Always very good.
We wanted some more robot goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lily.
Everyone's favorite character. Robot Goat Raz. They love him so
Lily,
much.
out.
This is such a pleasant,
I love hearing
curving,
Nikki's little giggle in the back.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Is it so? You said you're in. I don't know if so in your current location. I don't want to like violate your privacy, but you said it's super green. Is it beautiful there?
It's beautiful. I'm in Texas. It's beautiful. Yes.
Can you give us
Oh,
your
goodness.
GPS coordinates where you're currently located?
Yes, please.
Just
The
look.
secret
just look-
location.
Are you
Just
armed? Are you alone?
Yeah. Just look for all her exes.
I wish I could send some rain to you guys. Actually,
Oh
Do you have
my
rain there?
goodness.
it's raining. It's been raining like crazy, and it's so green. It's beautiful.
That's not what I've heard about Texas.
No,
All my
that's
preconceived notions are shattered.
There go my thoughts of tumbleweeds.
yeah, no tumbleweeds right now.
Except in that last joke.
I want to see the view
Wow.
from there.
It's amazing to watch crickets riding a tumbleweed.
How do I sneak in here again? I totally forget.
Oh, you're so close. If only you couldn't be seen.
Oh, you know what? That is a thing. Damn.
That's the most forgotten power. Like it can do basically anything in the game. You can sneak past any enemy. You can do anything, but it's so powerful and no one uses it because you get it late and
Oh well,
forget about it.
I guess
think you'll have it.
I might have to go talk
Yes,
to Ford.
it is me.
I think you can hide around the corner. I think you can hide around the corner.
Just run. I could try it, Tim.
Can you? Hide around the corner. Yeah. Now shoot her.
It is. It's
Shoot her in the
Richard
face.
doing cricket.
Yeah, okay. I like that. Right?
good.
Crickets riding tumbleweeds. Let's try that one. Hold on.
Can we get her? Thought I had them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, just like the old days. When I was 17.
I tried.
Do you have to go talk to her? Did you? How come? If you could talk to Ford, wouldn't you have the little thing going out saying "talk to Ford"?
Maybe. Does it say?
I think it has
You're right.
multiple solutions, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's not telling me, hey, you gotta.
Give me the controller.
Yes, Tim.
That's
Here,
my favorite
here you go.
level. The multiple choice
This is
level.
only 1 point on your review, so don't worry about it. But try to just go around, not the whole corner, just the first corner. And then side blaster. Roll at the door. Someone says. We should know this. Can you tell me? Yeah, like just go a little bit left.
Well, I could hide here.
No, over there.
People are telling me that I should rank up. Because invisibility might be at 30, right?
Yeah, and you'd be getting a little star on the right-hand side that said, "Go talk to Ford," if you could do it.
So I'm wondering.
Where do we show your rank?
My rank is 25-ish, it feels like. I could turn in some stuff to him. Certainly. Turn in some of those side cards.
Some cores. Oh, you got
Couple.
60? 60?
I do have 60 side cards right now.
Not really trying on that scavenger hunt.
Well, Tim, I'm trying to enjoy my time with all these people. Somebody's asking, am I trying to get 100%? And the answer is, dear gosh, no.
Nikki, what's your favorite level, Nikki?
I need to regroup back.
My favorite level,
Yeah. Prepare for extraction.
honestly, I have
don't
to
care
say.
for the game. Honestly, I don't.
No,
I'm more of a Ratchet and Clank fan, and I'm glad to finally be able to come out in front of all of you and say that. Thank you for being honest, Nicki.
Thanks for all your hard work, Nicki. It was nice knowing you.
I love every level in the game. And
Same Meat Circus. You can't go wrong with Meat Circus.
no,
Yeah,
the meat
everybody will go.
circus is what everybody loves, and the milkman.
And
Everybody
Coach
loves the
Oleander.
milkman.
Coach Oleander, don't forget
Official
Coach.
Psychonauts business.
Oh yeah, Coach Oleander.
Mhm.
Anything with Coach Oleander.
Yeah.
Did you get slapped by Ford yet?
I know.
Heather?
Some people were telling me that like, hey, I should choose no. So I think
Yeah.
that won't get me there. I haven't gotten slapped yet. Not.
Kind of ruined the surprise though.
I know. Well, they're all telling me in chat already. Hit no. Please choose no.
It's like, how many types of meat are in the Meat Circus? One. It's circus meat.
Yeah, the only meat. The only meat worth eating. Circus
It's a
meat.
mixture of lions and tigers and carnies.
It's just that weird baloney clown or whatever.
So much chatter. Come on, I got paid for the word. During this game. I really tried to stretch it out. Wow.
The Psychonauts won't listen to me. He's got such a great, wonderful
that was
voice.
good.
That was,
That was really good.
He's
Do the scratch voice for Ford?
no,
Carnival. Yeah.
buddy. People
We
say
gotta
no.
tap heartily you.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
No,
you can tap
not yet.
You can tap Charlie
There you go.
in Psychonauts 3. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Did I say that
Oh, we
again?
can't.
Dang.
I like it because you can do it over and over again, and it's funny with
Yeah.
the audio. And I feel like it would have been hard to get this into the second game. I don't know why.
Or the third.
People are watching this kind of stuff more. Old man slapping a little boy.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah,
they
that's-
tuned in.
I mean, this is for Scratch. You know, why would you want to have Scratch recording? It's so that you can sort of feel the timing of everything, and sometimes you integrate dialogue and everyone's talking over each other, and sometimes like you realize you built this awesome system and you get the voice in and the lines don't play or something. So it's just
Yes,
Scratch.
because they come out like this.
it also
How
was-
are you doing, Ford?
It was really instigated by the Pro VO talent because often you'd write text and everyone would of course love the text because it was perfect. And then the Pro VO comes in and everyone goes, you messed up that beautiful writing with your acting. But if we did Scratch in between, everyone would, the middle people would get blamed, and then everyone would hear the Pro lines and go like, oh, you saved it. Thank you so much for saving. It's great writing.
I do have to say, much
No one
to
laughed
your-
at that. Talk about that was like crickets writing tumbleweeds booing.
Yeah, it was 100% like that.
I do have to say, in all fairness, that both Tim and Chris are exceptionally generous with improvisation during the records because I think that I improv'd a lot, and I don't think that you ever got mad or told me stay on script or we'll fire you.
What? I would never say that. You're the most generous, amazing, like, oh my god, you bring so much.
Just trying to imagine that. God, Richard.
Can you imagine?
I will fire you.
Fire you!
I threw a chair. You're lucky those studios have glass because I threw that chair hard.
Oh my gosh, you threw that chair.
God.
You had red bulging going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you were bulging
And the engineer
red.
was sitting in the chair at the time, so that was what made it extra painful.
Yeah, very, very.
Oh my goodness. No. That would be like, oh yeah. Hey, Gene Kelly, can you stop dancing? No. What in the hell? That will never happen. So beautiful.
Well, in the recording studio, it is awkward when Gene Kelly dances.
Yeah, it was very
Like,
obvious. I just
you
kept him.
can't.
be
Yeah,
like,
but
I
you're
do
not
it.
wearing tap shoes, Gene.
And you think, go,
Can't hear you.
Lily, I know it was you. And you just hear in the background, I'm singing in the rain. Gene, be quiet. Just singing in the rain.
See.
Oh my gosh. We're trying to record Gene.
Every time
Famous.
Richard sings, Nicki has to sing.
That's right, sing Nicki.
Equal
my-
time.
Oh, yeah.
Equal time.
Right,
I
Nikki,
don't-
we'll all be
Sing in the
quiet
rain.
till you sing. Let's just all be quiet till Nikki sing. Ready, go,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Go.
Agent Nine's lab, please.
Famous psychonaut. Gene Kelly and
You could just top
I think
sing
we
like
broke
Bob
her. We
Dylan.
totally broke Nikki. I'm sorry.
Totally.
That was Richard's idea. That was Richard's idea.
oh, I went to a weird spot. I went to the brain tumbler.
Emotionally.
It says, Burnt Pancake says Richard also voices every real life cricket. He's a hive mind. Thank you. Thank you, Burnt Pancakes.
I forget how to
Nikki-
combine these psi cores with the cards though.
You gotta go to the basement of the wet underworld of his headquarters.
Oh
Ford's headquarters.
yes, I can get.
You
out
guys
there.
know the song "The Rose" that Bette Midler sang? You know that song? Some
Yes.
say love. Wait till you hear Nikki sing it. Go, Nikki.
Go.
Oh my God, Nikki!
Wow.
You're
Nikki,
the
you're
wind
so
beneath
good
my
at this.
wings.
You are. Do "Wind Beneath My Wings," Nikki. You're so
Yeah.
good.
I
Ready?
can't.
And
I've
go.
ever
I'm not
told you
seeing
my
one
hero,
beneath my
Nikki.
wings.
Wait, I do want to know, Nikki, though, if you, in this game, when you were in Gloria von Guten's theater, when you were a
Yes.
hellhound and a thistle, and I remember when you first saw the
Where would you
with
like
all
me
the
to
little
go?
like thistle things and stuff. Tim, was that done by Scott?
All the concept art, yeah. The character design
Oh.
for the theater, yeah. That was one of our
Mhm,
first things we ever
mhm.
did.
I love that.
And Nikki did like
Cute.
half of them.
That was really fun.
Now, before you
I like
collect
those characters
your
a lot.
beauty
Nikki,
gem, let
do
me
a little Inagata Davida.
Now, this beauty here is a mental
Inagata Davida, Nikki.
Inagata Davida, Richard.
Yeah!
Singing voice. That's for you.
Was that really Nikki?
That was Nikki. That was Nikki.
It was. It was
amazing.
really me. Thank you.
I know you're versatile, but that really blew my mind.
That was amazing.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad I could do that for you today.
Oh my gosh! Well, you have like a super hardcore, like serious, like isn't Lily from The Walking Dead? Isn't
Yes.
is that?
Yeah.
one of
Yeah, that was
rules? And it's
hardcore,
like-
serious.
Yeah.
Holy
Serious.
smacks!
I still
Yeah.
haven't forgiven her, so don't forget.
I know everybody hates me for that. So
I don't.
like really, not just because the character, they like really do.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Strange.
It's part of the deal.
Part of the
Well, because you
job.
improv that story point, you're like, hey, what if I shot this person? And they're like, oh, okay, if you feel that
Yeah.
way, Nikki.
It was my
And you're
idea.
like, yeah, Telltale, I'm killing with your character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which was a bold choice that I respect.
She's like,
Thank
what if I kill them while I sing?
You are now. Here are the rules. Take
Oh,
this
here we go,
That
powers.
sound like Nikki.
Yeah.
He sees you
Yeah.
alone,
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
you
I knew I was very
Walking
close to
Dead,
getting
the
it.
musical.
Yeah, Walking Dead the musical. Be like, it'd be like.
Hey, where'd he go?
A little something like
It's gonna
this.
be a
Aw.
little something like.
Oh, well done.
Nikki, are you
My
listening
name
at
is-
the chat?
My name is Nicki Rapp. My name is Nicki Rapp. My name is Nicki Rapp Zombie. And you haven't seen me anything yet. Just you wait. Just you wait. I'm Nicki Rapp Zombie.
These are the points in the recording session where Chris can catch up on all her logging. Richard's like, I gotta go back and check my notes really quick. Well,
Just you wait. Just you wait.
whoa. Does he turn into a zombie in the middle of the
It's Nicki Rapp Zombie. It's Nikki Hamilton. And
That's
she
a hard
turns
transition.
she turns into a zombie. You see, just you wait. Just you wait.
Slowly.
So every session is like this, and then I have to do like super serious face because I'm like laughing and or crying at the same time. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
best.
stream more, Richard.
It's true. It's true because we will joke around forever until I say to Chris, how much longer do we have? And Chris will go, we only have an hour. I'm like, okay. And then I get into business mode and I just go until Chris says stop at that point.
Yeah.
It's true, and they are all perfect.
No.
No, it's true.
No.
Oh, I'm
Hamilton
still
the
mad about the splashes,
Cranberries.
Anna.
People are just saying stuff
Wait, what?
that could be sung.
Splashes?
That was one of our last minute bugs. Like, let's get splashing when the lungfish goes in the water, but
Oh,
let's look at this leaf.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
Look at
leaf
that.
is so
Look at these
beautiful.
crows.
I forgot all about that. Can you see the crows? Oh no.
Oh, too late. I already was going in to get the.
I love that
It's
little
where we
statue
were.
of the-
Yeah.
Just these lines. I am a sniper. I like to
I like
shoot
to shoot
people.
Phone repair.
That was my I was really trying to get Eric to write all these, and he was unavailable, and I had to write them. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I got to write those. Those are the most fun to write because they're also bad.
They're fantastic. Some of the best
They're
writing
bad
in the game.
funny. Yep, agreed.
How do you go through life with people quoting that to you, Tim? Because I'm sure it happens. They must.
I just always quote Eric's lines. Like
Okay.
just someone posted Lungfishopolis, and I was quoting the puppy orphanage. I was like, "Ah,
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
Yeah, I'll
lines
put-
in the entire game. Really,
that whole sequence of chatter was all Eric.
it's very good.
Yeah.
There we go. It didn't. I knew we were close to getting invisibility, but we've been rushing through this this playthrough because we've been so busy
Speedrun.
focused on. Well, we've been focused on talking to folks, right?
And
Yeah.
entertainment.
And just kind of moving
It's also-
forward.
And also, there's a lot of people in the chat asking Nikki to sing Mamma Mia. So, Nikki, let's hear a little
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
What? Are you kidding me right now?
Right now.
Yeah,
That's my favorite musical, says Nicki. Are you kidding
That's
me?
right, Nikki. Yeah, are you kidding me right now? I love Mamma Mia.
Mamma
Ready, Nikki?
Mia?
Yeah, but
I can't
yeah,
even think how it goes right now.
it's like this. Mamma Mia.
Here I go again, Mama. Blah, 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 blah.
Like that. Okay, ready, go.
Nikki, what is your go-to karaoke song, Nikki?
My go-to karaoke song?
Yeah.
Actually, it's Richard said it earlier.
How do I get in? Let me in.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh
Mamma
no.
Mia.
Rose. That's what I used to sing all the time.
She ran
Oh my
into me.
God, so you know the words to the rose? You gotta punch her, I think.
Yeah, but I didn't. That's why I thought I was like, wow, why did
I'm
he
just
say
curious,
that? How did he
Nikki,
know?
what is the very first line of?
Oh, why can't I use it? Why is it all grayed out now?
It's there's a cooldown.
No. No, I want to
Nikki,
use
what's the
it.
first line of the rose, Nikki.
The first line, some say love it is a river.
Ooh.
That's the first line.
Woo!
What's the
That's
second
really
one?
good singing voice.
What is the second line of the rose?
That drowns the tender reed. There.
Oh my God, that's so cute. I'm gonna cry. That's so beautiful.
Oh my god, in the
That is so
hell?
good.
I'm literally in tears. Nikki!
Oh, jeez, you guys.
Nikki, you know how
I ran out of
how I
juice.
knew? You know how I knew that was your favorite song, Nikki?
How?
I'm a psychonaut. Hello.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Bring it back. Bring it
Bring
back.
it back.
That's true. You
Knock on the door
are.
invisibly knock on the door.
I did. People told me that my timing was off.
She, you punch the door and then you run and hide, and then when she comes out, that's when you.
Because I'm gonna run
You're
out.
really
You can
invisible.
see
Yeah,
the-
but
I'm
you
doing
should
it.
touch her.
I'm doing it too early. Is what I'm doing. Is what people are saying.
Okay, wait, and then,
Oh, that's right. She comes out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Don't go invisible yet.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say invisible? It's actually not invisibility.
I sure hope someone is there this time.
Wow.
Crowd.
I need her to come out.
Go invisible now.
Nikki.
I'm
you
trying to
make me
punch
Not
them.
now. Okay, jump over. Nope. You became. Oh,
I was trying to punch her. I got excited.
I guess wait a little bit longer before you go invisible. Games are hard.
Games are weird. They're weird, man. Oh, she goes back in very quick. Is what happens.
It's like a
So it really is.
Wait,
It really
what
is a
did she see
timing
you?
thing. She just
Why
went
did she go
in.
back in there?
Say, Raz,
Yeah.
He is a psycho, but he.
Yeah, she just goes right in.
is
So I'm gonna hop over her.
not. He's a psycho who's also a knot.
Oh my God.
And he flies into your brain.
Heart. Oh.
Oh, heart through your brain.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
What's the third line of
Oh my
the rose? Nikki?
What's so
The
weird?
rose-
The
third
hand
rose
thing,
is-
it never
You didn't
ends.
do it. Oh, I thought you had it. Oh,
I thought I had it too.
Anna, why did you program this so hard?
you said it was too easy.
Oh, is that what happened?
I think the testers kept getting in without too. It was too easy to,
You said
to execute.
20 years from now, we're gonna make our community manager confused. is why
What
we
if
were
you
gonna
left
do
some
it.
flaming poop on the doorstep?
Can you do
She
it
still tells me.
immediately and then shoot her when she comes out?
Can do that probably.
Some say poop.
I think Brad was trying to get that in Rhombus of Ruin for the longest time. Flaming bag of poop, somehow in virtual reality.
That's my favorite song.
Okay, come out. Okay, good.
I tried
Good.
zapping her.
Wait, she saw you.
Yeah.
No.
I tried zapping her. Look at all the dialogue go over. It's up and over.
Okay, hand me the controller.
Some people are telling me to just hop over her. Some people are telling me to shoot her. I'm getting a
Maybe
lot
if you're
of
invisible, you can hop over her.
getting a lot of conflicting vibes.
You're not visible. Why aren't you? How'd you uninvisible?
She goes inside very quick, Tim.
Yeah, but why did she see you then? You were invisible. Anna.
I don't know.
No. She's well, you should have enough time to jump over her when she comes.
Yeah, there we
out.
go. It's very odd. The timing there was very, very odd. We do it.
There you
Wait,
go.
okay.
Well done.
Someone's asking how much of the scripting was Lua and if it was anything else, Anna.
It was
So
completely
that's my sister
Lua.
right there.
Oh, hi.
That's my sister doing the den mom.
Yeah, that's right. The script was entirely Lua. It was the engine was written in C++, but most of the game was actually, I think the game itself was like 2/3 in Lua if you look at like the code breakdowns for how many lines.
That's
Yeah.
all the Monkey Island games and stuff are the reason why I learned Lua.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it was the Scum bar, and then later in Escape from Monkey Island, they change it to the Lua bar as part of the
Yeah.
joke. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember that. Tim, do you have a problem with Girl Scouts?
No.
Do you?
My sisters were both campfire girls, so of course I am against the Girl Scouts. I'm more of a campfire girl.
More of a campfire
supporter.
girl supporter.
They're
They
cookies.
just-
They're mints. Their mints
they
are
just-
soft. But the mints-
Yeah. They disagree with me, but if you cook them a little bit slower,
Mm,
they're not bad.
Ow.
nice.
Oh.
You can
Just
put
gotta
'em in the
season
Ninja
them right.
Foodie.
Ninja Foodie can do anything.
I bought it. I bought
you
it.
get
I bought it.
You're kidding me.
But I bought the no, I
Chris
bought
Brown.
the blender. I bought the blender. No, I didn't get the foodie thing because we already have an air fryer.
You don't have the beef jerky. You need the dehydrator.
I know.
Oh my God, I
that's
spent
our
one-
next step. I'm starting with the blender.
I spent one
You would
full
think you
session
could use the gun on her. We give you a gun and you can't shoot anything with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll
These
use
are
the gun
the
on her. Totally.
Oh my god. This stream sponsored by Ninja Foodie.
Ah, they blew up. I forgot they blow up.
God.
I gotta tell you, that's one of the best purchases I've ever made. Is the Ninja Foodie. And the GE. And the 1966 GE. Show and tell, but no viewer.
Don't forget the Red
And the
Raven.
And the
Heather.
beef jerky that
Beef
Tim
jerky.
ate all of in like a day.
I
Did
No,
you
my
eat
daughter
all
ate
that
it. My
beef
daughter ate
jerky?
it. My daughter ate it. She loves it.
I told you it was great, but I can make one equally as
Ow.
good. My Ninja Foodie 9. All 9 in 1.
I can probably just do that too. I wanted to do it the fancy way of grabbing stuff, but I can also just sneak up to her.
Yeah, see, invisibility lets you just do anything.
It's true. I wonder if that will help me later on in a level like the meat circus.
The circus of meat. Some say love like real.
This is a game where the goggles do something.
Meow, 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 meow. That is the purpose of the goggles.
I need CV. I got it. Where is she?
Do it first.
You're gonna have that song in your head for a while now.
Some say meow. It is a meow, 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 meow.
Oh, she got me.
So funny. Oh my god. Hilarious.
Oh, I got chucked out of the mind. You just hop back in.
I'm trying to figure out a way to work in the fried peanut butter and banana sandwich in our last 10 minutes.
Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Are we talking about? You're gonna get singing Elvis.
That's
Our
right.
favorite discussion snack.
Yeah. That's right. Something like this.
It's good for voice actors. No, the secret to good voice acting is
That's
to
right,
load up
go
on
something
peanut
like
butter
this.
and banana sandwiches. Sometimes when Richard's
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you, excuse me, miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted? Excuse me, Colonel Parker. Ma'am, you gonna finish that peanut butter and banana sandwich?
it's brown. All your fault.
It is all my fault. It always is. I'm so sorry, and you're welcome.
That was funny. That was Nicki. That was
What
Nicki.
if the
Nicki
accent
was,
Oh, I fell.
was singing, and Nicki just kept farting. I don't understand why
There's
you would do
something
that.
about
Nicki.
your voice, though, that makes me have to fart.
You have to mute yourself when you fart. Ask Tim.
We have really good mics. They pick up everything.
I fell off the
In the
edge.
chat, what do all the people typing F mean? Is that something?
Oh,
that
it's because I
in the
died. It's
chat?
because I died. They're paying respects.
How does F stand for that?
Well, there was this game called Modern Warfare,
Oh.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare,
I don't know.
and there's a scene where you have to press the F button to
Oh,
pay
press
respects to
F
someone.
Show respect.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
There you
that.
go. Yeah, it's that. It's just a thing you do
So
now.
behind in my streaming chat.
We can teach
Lord.
you all about what the kids do on the internet, the
Mhm.
webs.
Great.
Oh boy,
Hello, fellow youth.
I'm afraid of falling.
I'm afraid love is like an ocean. Come on, Nicki, let's do Islands in the Stream. Islands in the Stream.
We have like a Double Fine Psychonauts karaoke night, like a
Set
party.
out to get you
Mhm.
with time to come. I was
Mm.
sorry. Islands in the stream. That is what we are.
Oh, I'm gonna get zapped.
No more in betweens. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another.
It's this is the strangest experience I've had, like playing a video game. Of like, oh, there's a boss, but then I'm also like, man, what is happening in my ears? What is going on? This is so much.
I don't know how you can concentrate.
It's so funny.
Doing great, Heather.
I'm like,
Doing great.
who's singing now? Is it Elvis? Who's farting?
It was Nicki farting.
It was
and
Nicki
Elvis
farting and Elvis singing.
Yes.
Yeah, we've established that.
It was actually Elvis.
Nicki? Oh my
Yeah, it was
God.
Nicki. I know.
Yeah, she didn't mute herself. It was terrible.
What's
No.
amazing is
Don't
that she can
mute that kind of stuff.
She can
You don't have
fart.
to net.
She can fart the entire Rose song. Do it, Nicki.
Yeah. Nicki, you don't have to mute both mics. Just mute the lower mic when you start. You can keep the upper mic on. A lot of people don't know that we've had 2 mics or 4 mics at every actor.
Well, her recording sessions went on forever, especially if she had burritos the day before. My God.
That's the only way to get the pace.
I know.
Oh, what a world! What a world we live in.
Wait. Is it Elvis or Cher? That's the question.
Did you get it?
Tramps, thieves, traps, and thieves.
Oh.
Are you lonesome tonight?
Hit it, Nicki.
Oh.
Hit it, Nicki. That's your cue.
Do you miss me tonight?
Cue. Nicki. Nicki, quick. Quick, eat something, Nicki. Eat something.
It's terrible. No. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Wait, is that what you wanted? No?
Yes, that was it. That
Another?
Classic.
Okay. I can do it again if you want.
Okay,
Can we get 2 more for safety?
I can do 3 in a row. Yeah.
Three in a row.
Are you lonesome tonight?
And we have freed the milkman.
That's your cue, Nicki.
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
sorry.
You need to eat a little something. You need to eat a little something.
I do.
Yeah, you got
What is happening right now?
Too much. Too much. Too much is happening.
Tim, I have a question about the milkman. I'm sorry. It's just, this is something I've always kind of wondered. Is that like all of the inmates, except for Boyd, like I think they're all helped with their problems. Sort of. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So Boyd as well.
Well, you released the milkman, which was implanted in him. By,
Release the milkman!
The milkman was, but he already, he had problems. If you look at his vault, about he did burn down.
He burned down.
his employer,
Yeah.
the department store, before. So we didn't fix any of those problems, but we did help him get rid of that. The tension of having that MK Ultra assassin implanted in his brain was causing a lot of paranoia because he could sense that it was in there, and so when it was gone, he's got some relief. But
happens
still,
to the best
when he
of
gets
us.
angry, he might burn some things, but that was a long time ago. We've all burned things in our 20s, right? Right?
Yeah.
There's a brain.
Sure.
There's a brain. Get that brain.
Over
I'll let
here.
you know when I get to my
Isn't that a
20s.
brain over there on the right?
It's Kitty's brain.
There's a brain.
It's not Kitty. It's
It's Frankie's brain.
Rasputin.
Oh,
Frankie.
Frank. Yeah, sorry, Frank.
He kisses the brain.
We have some
that's
brain
right.
kissing in the second game too, but the brains
There's-
aren't as wet. I believe we should wet and moisten the brains.
There's still time. There's still a little bit of time to lock
We
everything
got the
down.
producers are gonna kill us. It's plenty of time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. We don't release until the date of.
How many brains could there be in Psychonauts 2?
Oh, so many.
Like
Ra,
Like
Ra,
what?
Rasputin. And Rasputin.
What's happening?
Someone says Richard sing Ra,
It
Ra,
was a
Rasputin.
It is the song
Oh,
from.
EC2 is well milk.
It's Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Rah Rah.
By Lady Ra Ra.
not the Bonnie M. Rah rah rah.
Yes.
Boyd, I need you to burn. I need you to burn stuff down, Boyd.
Meow, meow, meow.
You gotta go back.
Sing that.
You gotta go back in the brain.
Oh, sure.
Sing it,
Go
Nicki.
back in the brain.
Just when you thought you got out.
They're thinking of a song by a group called Boney M.
Boney M.
Yes.
Bonnie M. Yeah, it's
Lover of the
Eyes
Russian Queen.
over me, M.
Look at this beautiful jacket with the stars on it.
So
It's all very
sparkly.
nice.
Boom.
Oh, ouch, that looks painful.
Oh,
I
they
don't
were.
think we lined up the sparkle with the point where Ford's leaving. Could you fix that, Anna?
Yeah, right
yeah,
here.
yeah,
All
sure
the
thing.
sparkle.
Yeah,
on
any
it.
bugs I see, I assume you could just tack in there.
Totally. Yeah, I have time.
I cannot
Yeah.
rest until I. My milk is delicious.
I cannot rest. I've made my final delivery.
Why a milkman, Tim? Of all the things.
Well,
This is really violent.
Yeah, there's some
sensors.
a lot of
Just mental
burning.
Sensors.
Just people burning. Our sensors, I mean, I like them. So getting them burnt up like that is gnarly. You said I had to go back in here, Tim.
Yeah, because I see this great
Just to
scene.
watch
That
this,
I didn't want
yeah,
you.
these lobsters and-
Anna worked hard on the scene. I want to make sure you saw it.
With the sparkle.
That's right. Yeah, every single brain had an after state. Remember how we were trying to convince you not to do that, Tim?
I know.
But-
I don't know.
But you insisted,
anyone
and
would
it
want
pays
this.
off. Exactly, it pays off. Now we can see this.
He's having a good
Oh
time.
my God! Look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that face right there. A lot of swagger on that face. He's happy.
My milk
I like
is
the sparkles.
delicious.
Yeah. Right
Me
there.
too.
I think. Yeah. Did you just go back and talk to him?
I
in the
think
real
I
world?
think I might
Milk is
just do that. Yes.
I'm glad
Where,
you came back here to see
where
all
are my
this
smelling
violence.
salts? Yes. If there's one thing we
So
love.
I'm thinking about who's on whose team in the brain, because like the Girl Scouts are on one side and the sensors are on the other, and we had to write up whose side everyone was on. The helicopter pilots,
Yeah.
the eyes in the bushes.
Yeah, the
'Cause there's
G-men.
Yeah,
The
sensors
different
are at
factions.
war with the Girl Scouts, or the Rainbow Squirts. Wait, it's open? Oh no. Yeah.
No, I think I
Did you go off to the side and see Gloria? Oh, you can't.
Why are you trying to burn down the asylum?
just need him to open it. I need to get up there.
Talk to him.
I did.
He doesn't have Wi-Fi?
No.
I make sure I cannot rest. I cannot rest
I
until
think
I have
you.
made my
I
final
think don't you
No,
delivery.
go
have
right
to
to
solve
the-
problems with?
Yeah.
Oh, huh?
You got to go talk to go to the side garden.
Yeah, there might be
Oh.
some others that you could
Yeah.
meet.
Other people.
Ah,
There might be
that's
some
right,
great,
that's right.
Characters. He was known for his characters. You should see if there are any new characters.
Yeah. I get overwhelmed. I get
By the way,
overwhelmed.
This is amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
having
everyone.
me.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Having
everyone.
us.
We're winding down
Wonderful.
anyway,
Such a
yeah.
joy.
What are we doing, Tim, before Chris leaves? We're singing
What
a
are we
meow
doing?
song? We're singing a meow song?
What's the meow song? Meow, 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 meow.
No, it's
You missed a brain.
meow.
I did I miss a brain? Yeah.
You missed a brain.
Meow.
Because this is
Meow, 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 meow.
next
Go back out
time.
again.
Next time we'll end
Go
up
back out.
going. Jump back out.
No, go back out. Walk back in the garden.
Bye, everyone.
Did you want
Thank
that
you.
break?
Bye.
Thank you
See
so
you
much.
guys.
Bye, Richard.
I got there.
Bye,
Sorry.
Nikki.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice talking to you guys.
Bye,
Thank
Nikki.
you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, friends in the chat.
We are grabbing some final brains because you.
Richard wants us all to leave. You know, when you're leaving a room, people are still and they're talking. You're like, could everybody leave, please? Because
Well-
I'm leaving.
We'll end up doing in the next one. We'll go into Gloria's mind and a couple other things is what we'll do next. And I think I don't know who the guests are yet because we also got to do Waterloo, which will be very very
Yes.
good.
There is
Oh
you see
God.
this part here of what Fred is doing. That is actually I know Key spent a lot of time actually making it work. Because you all of this stuff, it's not a cutscene. Like there's actually he has to align himself correctly and all
He
this stuff.
moves all
It's
the
not
pieces.
trivial.
Right.
Yeah, I actually really love watching Fred do that because I know how much work he put into it. And I wanted to say to Nick, Nikki's gone. Well, I love the Thistle voice. She's like the best bully. She has a really awesome bully voice where you feel bullied but not really.
Yes. Oh, garden gnomes.
I think we got that teddy bear in GBR too, didn't we? The crib. The bottom's
yeah.
crib has some of these toys in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that movement.
Now, this is actually a working strategy game on the ground. If you DK them around, you can actually.
You can move.
The old version of Waterloo World for next time was a working board game at one point. Like in the game, it was just a rectangular grid, and you actually had to play like a little mini war game with the pieces.
Oh,
It
okay.
got so complicated that we were just like, nope. Let's make
Too
it fun
much.
instead.
Too much, yeah. That's fine. I think this is probably where we'll end up wrapping it up anyway. We'll go into Waterloo and some other stuff next week. This was chaos, but very good chaos. The best sort of chaos.
Oh my god, those other guys are still loud.
It was amazing.
Now we can talk quietly.
That oh yeah, everyone's gone. I'm not streaming anymore.
So,
We can talk about anything. We can just
Crispin,
talk about when.
uh,
Yeah.
Crispin Whitehead up there is played by the actor that played Murdoch on the A-Team.
Really?
Murdoch, was that his name?
Mad Murphy Murdoch or whatever.
Yeah, and
I
I
think.
blew it when I met him. I was like, oh my god, you're Murdoch. And he goes, I'm an actor who played the character. of Murdoch."
Sad, isn't it?
Is this a true story?
Yeah.
No.
So never go up to someone and go like, oh my god, you're Harry Potter. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
don't feel like it. Okay, I've got to go now.
Yes.
It's just too fun here.
Tim, I have one more stat for you. I think actually you didn't
numbers.
hear my stats from earlier. We
Yes.
have exactly 99 more characters in Psychonauts 2 than we did in Psychonauts 1.
Exactly
So, Are you
99.
saying we have to add one more character to get a clean 100 characters? More?
Yeah, I mean, or if you want to, rank 1 and 2.
Wait, how many characters were in Psychonauts 1?
89.
Oh,
With-
so we only
so-
have to get.
Right, and I should
Double it. We already doubled
clarify, yeah, that these are just characters with speaking lines.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of other characters that don't speak.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. You want me to add dialogue for them? Is what you're saying?
No.
We definitely need to add that. We need to make the brains a little juicier. A couple other things.
Yeah.
We'll have to make notes.
Anna, don't you watch stuff like this and you just remember the long periods where things didn't work? Like you're expecting to see certain bugs, like with those crows
Yeah,
and
but
stuff. I'm like,
you know what? Yeah. Well, the thing is, this level was already there so this is one of the first. I was so excited. I mean, I continue to be excited to work in Double Fine, but at that time, I was just so smitten that I love this entire this level is more than just like, you know, a level in the video game for me, and the music was already in there at the time also, and
Yeah,
so
it's
just
like
like
you
it kind
live in
of
a place like this mentally, right?
exactly, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Well,
we're gonna sneak off.
Bye.
Bye everybody, and I will.
Bye, thanks for having me.
Bye,
Yeah,
Tim.
thank you.
Bye, Anna.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Miss you
world.
guys.
Miss you too, Anna.